Good morning, Bradley here. Just have a couple albums to show you this morning, and I don't think it'll take too long. I'll try to run through them kind of quick. First album, I got this a few weeks ago. Actually, I was on Apple Music and I was searching for Victor Feldman. He was a British jazz pianist, vibraphonist, percussionist. And this album popped up. It's Curtis Amy, called Way Down. This was 1962 release, and it was originally on Pacific Jazz Records. So as you can see on the title, this is stereo, and it says featuring Victor Feldman. Now this is it's a European pressing. I don't know if it's gray market, probably, whatever. It's a Spanish label called the Jazz Workshop. So I think there were 500 copies made, and supposedly was remastered, which I went on Discogs and they never made any CDs of this, so who knows. Anyhow, it sounds fantastic. Like I said, it was on Pacific Jazz Records. And when I saw this, Curtis Amy, I thought, that name sounds a little familiar. Well, the latest Tone Poet, Katanga, is by Curtis Amy. And actually, that was released the next year, 63, a year after this. Anyhow, this copy got a nice thick cardstock on here. It's faithful to the original album and all that, and it sounds fantastic. So I don't know, I would probably call it audiophile. I don't know, it sounds gorgeous to me. I love this type of music. It would be, I would call it cool bop. So you're kind of combining cool jazz with hard bop from the East Coast. Now this tends to have a little more space compared to like Blue Note or something in there, and I do like that. So there's 7 songs on here. Curtis Amy wrote 4 of them, I believe. There's a song by Milt Jackson. Actually, Victor Feldman, he only plays on 4 of these songs. And I thought he would be playing vibraphone, but he just plays piano, which sounds fantastic. Actually, the vibe player is Roy Ayers. So Curtis Amy's on tenor. Victor Feldman and John Huston share the piano duties on this album. I won't go over the rest of the names because I'm not that familiar with them. George Morrow on bass. Anyhow, this is a really, really good sounding music and good sounding album. I love this album. So after listening to this, I thought, well, I might as well order Katanga. If it's anything like this one, I'm going to love that. So, and Katanga, that was on the same record label, Pacific Jazz Records, because they were kind of folded into Blue Note a long time ago. That's why some of the Pacific Jazz releases will be Tone Poets occasionally. But got a great sound. Think of it as like 1962 sound, which I really like that sound. Now the next album, I picked this up I think last week. My cousin has gotten into jazz, and so I always try to give him some ideas. Now I am more into maybe more mainstream jazz, you know. I like I like all types of music. Now, Reggie, he's a little more into the avant-garde, free stuff, dissonant maybe, and that's what he likes. So anyhow, I'm sure I was on Apple Music, probably, I don't know. Well, maybe I just discovered this on Amazon, I think. Anyhow, it is Marion Brown, Porto Novo. This was recorded in '67. I'm not sure. I think it was released in maybe early '70s, mid '70s, because it was released on Black Lion Records, which was a UK jazz company, jazz label that made a lot of pressings during the '70s. Now, this is on one of the reasons why I got this album. It is on the ORG music label, Org Music label. And I've gotten probably 15 of their records. So they're an audiophile company. They repress all types of music, a lot of jazz. Anyhow, this was actually a 2020 Record Store Day exclusive. It's on red translucent vinyl, which I will show you because it's pretty darn cool. Probably won't be able to see too much in the sunlight, but when you put it on the turntable, it's definitely transparent red. So really cool record Record Store Day from 2020. Now, Marion Brown, if you're not familiar with him, probably avant-garde free jazz, experimental, saxophonist primarily. Now, this album, it was recorded in Holland at the end of '67. And it has a couple European musicians who I've never heard of on bass and drums. Now the sound on here, of course, is audiophile, and it sounds excellent. As far as the music, okay, it's avant-garde, it's free. Now this is right up my cousin's alley, because he likes that stuff. I like the sounds on here, and I like a lot of this album. Now occasionally you'll get into the horn squonking, that type, but it doesn't go on forever, so I can deal with it. If I know it's going to end, that's fine, but I don't want to listen to a whole album like that. But this is a really good sounding album. I think, like I said, or did I say, it was 1,500 copies worldwide. And these are all pressed at Palace in Germany. You know, if you want to be adventurous, if you're that type of person, stream that or listen to it. And actually the price on Amazon was ungodly cheap. It went for like $14, but throw in an extra $4 for shipping, which you had to pay for that. But still, $18 for an audiophile record, you can't go wrong. So Marion Brown, Porto Novo. And the music in the background, that is Curtis Amy from Way Down. So that's all I have for today. I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. And I hope everybody has a good time. If you can get to be with family, be fantastic. Just be safe. So that's all I have for today. Merry Christmas.